Hello my friends, welcome once again to the metal shop basement. We're looking at the 2001 Miata Special Edition once again. This video is really going to be a rant, so if you feel misled about me showing my poor Miata here stranded in the basement, you can turn off now. This is going to be a rant, short rant video about the weather, but it does tie in. You know, how this poor car is stuck here in the basement, and it doesn't look like it will be leaving anytime soon. You can see the painted brake calipers and the Ricer rotors. Tane, can you see the, I don't know if you can see the Tane lowering springs or not. This thing won't focus. I don't really have any light. I have Tane lowering springs, which honestly I got because they were green and they match the car. But here she sits, unable to leave this basement, and again, doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon. There's the roll bar, finished installation of the roll bar. You can see, you know, you got to cut the carpet from your package tray, cut slits in it, slip over the roll bar. It came out pretty nice, I think. It looks really good. I also put in a Miata Roadster short shift kit, just the stock height, and I reused the stock wood knob. When I got this car, I mean, this is, you know, I bought this for my wife, but I'd never even driven a Miata before, and the shifter was sloppy. It was just sloppy as heck. And you know, like, she couldn't find sixth gear. She drove an hour, her hour commute, and said she came back and said it's really buzzy in fifth gear. You know, it's really windy. I said, it's a 6-speed. She's like, oh. So then the next day, I'm like, she drove it again. How did it go? She's like, well, I couldn't really find sixth gear. I'm like, really? Come on. But it was a sloppy mess. So anyway, I bought the short shifter. Well, I go to put it in, and the bolts, the 4 bolts that mount the shifter, that hold the shifter onto the little tower on the transmission, were loose. I'm not even finger tight. I could have taken all 4 bolts out with my hands. So I just on a whim, I tightened them up, and, you know, would you believe it? Snick, 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 snick. It's a nice, tight little shifter. The stock shifter probably would have been fine. But anyway, so I put the $300 Miata Roadster short shift kit to it. You know, the one for the 6-speed, pretty expensive, but, you know, nice piece. Any of you guys that have ever used one know that it's a really nice piece. And you've seen the engine, and the front brakes painted, got the Fugazi Mazda Speed high heat decal on the calipers there. So anyway, on to the weather rant. So this poor car is stuck in my basement. To get it out, I have to drive, you know, around the house over the lawn, and there are the wheels. Again, you know that these have been plasti dipped gold. So I have to drive it out over the lawn, you know, through these double doors. No big deal. But that means obviously all the snow is going to have to melt, and then the lawn has to dry so you can drive over it. You know, even 2 weeks after the snow melts, it's going to just be still going to be a sloppy mess. So this will be the before shot. It's beautiful today. It's mid 40s here, supposed to hit 50. Today is March the 29th, and if you look everywhere out there, you see the sun is shining and the snow is ebbing away. Well, guess what? We are predicted to get up to a foot of snow March 30th into April 1st. So this is the before shot. I will edit an after shot right to this, but I'm not happy. And I know it's not rational to be pissed off and upset about the weather, but I mean, come on. It's April 1st. It's going to be April 1st, and we're predicted to get a foot of wet, heavy snow. I've had enough already. This storm I lovingly refer to as a slap in the face. Thank you, Mother Nature, for this one last. It's like you're down from the winter. You're down. You're laying down on the mat, and just one more little shot to the nuts before I go. A nice slap in the face, a foot of wet, heavy snow. So again, here's the before. On Saturday morning, I will edit the after into this. So as always, you know, thank you for watching this portion of the video, and sorry for the rant, the weather rant. Like I said, I know it's not rational, but it feels good to talk about it and get it out. So the before and after. So the before and the after. That's right. It has been snowing here for over 30 hours. And you think, well, what's the big deal? Who cares? Well, it's April 1st. It's 40 degrees outside. This entire storm should have been rain. We're approaching a foot of snow on April 1st. And like I said, it's been snowing for 30 hours here. This sucks. Not all bad. So the snow cover, the slow melting snow cover, is supposed to be really good for the water table. Last year in this area in the Northeast, a lot of people's wells actually ran dry. I myself had to have our well here hydrofracked to open up some new aquifers, which thankfully worked like a charm. The slow melting snow cover helps control the tick population. It just shortens, they don't die, but it shortens their breeding cycle significantly. Any other benefits? Well, it's Saturday, so I'm not working. That's nice. I don't have to commute to and from work in this fucking slop. But I do have to go outside in an hour or two and move all this snow off the driveway, which blows. Anything else? Yeah, did I mention it's April 1st? The last time we got a storm like this was in 1997, 20 years ago. And guess what? It sucked just as bad back then. With this storm, this freaking ridiculous 30 hours, probably going to be 36 hour snowstorm on April 1st, March 31st to April 1st, before it's done, is going to delay everybody getting out their motorcycles and their nice cars and what have you for at least another week, because this stuff's all going to melt. The salt's all going to be washed off the roads with rainstorms. I'm never getting this Miata, you know, the poor Miata here, trapped in the basement. I'm never going to get this car out of here. I got to wait now for that snow to melt, and then again for the ground to not be a soggy mess. And I mean, this delayed this project getting out and seeing the light of day for a solid 2 weeks. So help, my poor Miata is trapped in the basement. So thank you. I'd like to thank Canada for providing the Arctic blast of cold air that turned this should be April shower rainstorm into a snowy, disgusting mess. So yes, we can thank Canada for Rush and Bryan Adams and Justin Bieber and for this. So fuck you very much, Canada. And my one last shout out to Mother Nature for this. Like I said, I usually call storms this late in the season a slap in the face. This isn't a slap in the face. This is an outright kick in the balls. So thanks a lot. But anyway, thanks to you for watching. If you were able to withstand my crying and whining rant, I appreciate it. Eventually we will get this car out of here and out on the road, and I hope you will join me. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys.